Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. So I'm really excited. I've literally just had the phone call to say I can go up and see the Subaru BRZ. So it's completely painted now, polished, and hopefully ready to come home. So I'm going to go take a look at it, talk through the process of how I got to choosing that colour, my top 3 colours, and what made me choose the final one that we've gone for. Then we'll finish the video off with a full reveal. I don't know how much recording I'm going to be doing at the body shop, just out of respect for them, but there'll certainly be plenty of pictures and videos and photos of the painting progress and then what it looks like today. And then we'll do a follow-up video when the car's home with a closer look at the paint job and everything else. So we'll move on now and take a look at how I go about deciding what colours to choose on the cars, what looks to go for in terms of the wheels, etc., and how I use Photoshop to aid me in that. Okay, so this portion of the video is I'm just going to talk you through the method I use to visualise changes before I pick a final colour when painting a car, or choosing new wheels, or just making a completely drastic colour change or completely different visuals on the car. So the big thing for me is Photoshop. I'm a very visual person. I want to see exactly the plans I have in my head. I want to see them down on paper before I actually commit to it. You can spend lots of money, whether it's repainting a car, buying new wheels, etc. You want to make sure you get that decision right. So one of the good examples that I've got is the Clubman that I did previously. So the previous build was a red Mini Clubman. It was a really scrappy car to start with. Didn't look anything like I wanted it to. So what I did, if I just show you here on the screen, here's what it originally looked like. So you can see here, nothing like what the final outcome was. What I wanted to do was fit a body kit, etc. So what I tend to do is trying to find a similar modified car to my final aim in terms of whether it's the body kit, etc. Sometimes I'll Photoshop certain elements in, like body kits, if I can't find a perfect photo, but in this case I was able to find a car similar to what I was planning. So if you can see, flick through, this was my old Clubman, for example. I was able to colour change it to match the ideas in my head for this project. So sticking with the red theme and going for black and yellow, and this is actually the final Photoshop that I used, that I actually built the car on. But I also went through a number of different stages. So you can see here some different Photoshops with gold wheels. Then I tried doing a yellow car just to see what yellow would look like. We've got green. There was a GP2 inspired Clubman that I was looking to build, but in the end sometimes budget caps off sort of the plans of the car. So if you take a look at this, is actually not a Photoshop, this is the final car. So it basically went from this to this during the build. So you can see what I finally ended up with very similar to actually this Photoshop that I'd done originally, and that allowed me, using Photoshop, to actually visualise what I wanted to do and the plans with the car. So it was really helpful and allows me to spend my money wisely rather than trying something and actually making a mistake and having to change it. Okay, so the next step is the process I did with the BRZ. So this isn't a Photoshop lesson or anything like that. This is purely what I did to get the BRZ visuals that I wanted to. Check out colours. I went through multiple Photoshops and I'll show those on the screen as well. So you can exactly see all the different colour choices that I went through before I decided on the final colour, which we'll reveal at the end. So on the screen now, you can see this is a photo that I found online, because if you've seen my BRZ, it had no bumpers or anything on, so I couldn't really Photoshop it without doing it really drastically. So again, I found a similar car to what I was looking at, one with an STI kit on it, similar style wheels, etc., that I was able to Photoshop the colour and change the colour of it. So if you look on the screen now, obviously the standard car that was yellow that the Photoshop started, what I then do is basically take the selector tool and mask off the windows, etc., to get basically a blank. So if you look here on the screen now, I get basically a profile of the car where it's just the bodywork. And what I'm able to do then is use the software just to change that yellow colour to whichever colour I'm interested in. So if we go back and look at the visuals, we can see here a green, so a Porsche RS green colour. I tried orange. You can see there's a grey there. and I'm able to really quickly just flick through the different colours, and you can, so if I show you an example, there's a white one. Let's pick the grey one. Let's move up a little bit to behind some of those yellow lines. So you can see what I'm able to do is to go to colorize. So this is GIMP, so it's free software, so it's not like Photoshop. Make sure you've got the right layer selected and do colorize. And what I'm able to do really quickly is, if I get a colour in my head, is adjust the settings, and you can see here really quickly I'm able to replicate any colour. So say I was interested in pink, I can adjust it, make it a brighter pink, a dark burgundy colour, really quickly able to get an idea straight away of what colour I might want the car. And that's where I always come up with 5 to 10 different colour options, just so I can sit there and visualise them. If we take a look, so these are sort of the top colours I ended up with. So we've got the Porsche RS green, we've got a dark bluey grey colour, so a bit similar to Nardo grey. We've got a primer grey colour, got purple. Obviously I quite like the original yellow, so this is a little bit sort of more of an orangey darker yellow, just because this is the colour off the Supra, so the brand new Supra. Got pink, got Miami blue from the Porsche, so that was a really popular colour in my head. Final choices were the Porsche RS green, so same as the Mini R53 that I own. Got Miami blue, so that's again very a nice Porsche colour. And then you have the yellow from the Toyota Supra. That, you can see, it's allowed me to change the colour of the wheels to work with the different colours, so you don't necessarily have to stick with the original, you can change those. What we'll do now is actually switch across to the videos of me revealing the colour of the car. I hope you enjoy. Hey everyone, so as you can see, the car has just been delivered back to me, and wow, what an amazing colour it is. So for those that were guessing, I've gone with Porsche RS Green. So it's 2D8, so it's the same as my Mini R53, so I've got a matching pair of cars now. I'm going to go for a slightly different colour scheme. There's no yellow accents going to be on this one. We're going for bronze wheels, red brakes, and some red stitching and stuff on the interior. So I couldn't be more happy with the car. The guys at AutoWorks have done an amazing job on the paint scheme, and there'll be plenty more videos to follow up as we rebuild the car and get it back on the road. If you found today's video entertaining, please hit that like button and subscribe for future content. I know a lot of our viewers at the moment aren't subscribers, so if you can, it really helps the channel if you can hit that like button and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks guys. Thread bits, and there's actually little holes